All right, we got a call that came in right here from one of these gator babies right here. And these men have been dealing with prehistoria. And I want to talk to a man who captured one of them down there in Mississippi over there. And they just captured a 800-pound alligator. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Your wife thinks you're cheating on her. And you show up and you've just... your arms, you got lacerations all over. Yeah, let's get to the call. Joey Clark, I believe, is the man. Joey.
Hey, what's going on, Theo? How you doing, man?
What's up, boss? I see you got that Ole Miss shirt on for yourself.
Yes, indeed, man. If I'm coming on an LSU boys podcast, I gotta represent, right?
We'll call it a truce for a little while, baby. How about that, man?
There you go. For about 3 or 4 weeks, and it's back on. That's
okay,
right.
Deal, man. I'm turning into a UT fan too here in Tennessee. Joey, tell me about this gator, baby. You guys caught that gator, huh?
Yeah, man. This went with 3 of my buddies out there. We're outside of Yazoo City, and
oh yeah, that's where Jerry Clower's from, Yazoo City, Mississippi.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Went out there in Yazoo City, and we've been to this spot, over the years. I think this is probably the 4th or 5th gator I've caught with these guys, something like that. So we've been to that spot several times, and
y'all are gator buddies, huh?
That's right. That's right. I've been with these fellows a few times, and they've been several years without me as well.
And so you get out there, you guys get out there, you're in what kind of vessel are you guys in? Not a submarine or anything, huh?
No, we're in a 14-foot John boat.
Dang, boy.
I know. When we brought this thing in,
Bro, that's some Tom Sawyer waterwork right there, buddy.
That's right. That's right. That gator was about a foot hanging off of that boat while we were trying to get back in at night.
And so what do you hook him on? Are you aiming for this type of big gator, or are you aiming, what are you trying to catch? Are you guys looking for flounder? What are you guys trying to catch out there?
Yeah, when you're out there, in this area, we've hooked up and caught, several, 12 and a half foot gators out there. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're looking for. We don't, in Mississippi, the cool thing about here is it's not like Louisiana. It's not commercial. They only give out about 900 tags a year. So we got drawn in a lottery. So you want to make it count, right? You want to make your gator count. You don't want to come in there with a little 9-foot gator if you don't have to, but nothing against that. Just we've done that before, right? So
it's probably embarrassing, I guess, if 4 men get out of a boat with a little baby gator. That looks probably
yeah. We've
that's casual looking.
We saw this gator just as we were putting in right before dark, and we had no idea it was this big. So we hopped in the boat, went out there, and we must have passed 20 to 25, 30 gators on the way out there. God. And they all look great, and it's just a swamp full of alligators out there.
And can you tell, because the eyes are usually poking out of the water, can you tell how big a gator is even just by its eyes poking out?
You can tell, even when you get, you're far away from one, you can tell if he's undersized and something you don't want to fool with.
Yeah.
But you're out there at night, it's pitch black. They got to pump sunshine in out there to that part of the state, and you're out there in that stuff, and you got a Q beam, and you're just trying to light those eyes up and go from there.
And does the beam shock the gator at all? Does it kind of get does it have that deer in headlights effect on a gator, or what is that like?
It's not too much going to shock him when he feels the vibrations in the water of your boat and your trolling motor and all that. That's what's going to make him kind of duck and start trying to get away from you. And he held his breath. It seemed like 30 to 45 minutes at a time, a couple times. And
oh, wow.
We just had to keep on searching him. And, we hooked up to him the first time.
And what are you hooking him on? Are you hooking him on a spinner bait? What do you got? What do you even put out there?
Yep. So it's just a treble hook.
What are you guys using? Are you guys using chicken livers? What do you use? What's the bait?
No, there's no bait whatsoever.
There's no bait.
No bait whatsoever. You're out there. You've got to see this gator, and then you've got to be talented enough to be able to throw just to throw that treble hook, throw that line right where you want to do it.
Okay, so you're not so there's no bait in there's you're not trying to get him to get something like a fish, or it is more you are just trying to get the hook into his body.
That's right. That's right. You're trying to get the hook in his body, and eventually we kept on trying to hit him with one line at a time, and we did that. But he kept breaking off, and what these gators do, we probably hooked up on him 7 or 8 times, I guess. And he kept on, shaking that treble hook out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're trying to do is go under logs and things like that and shake that hook out of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're free. And so that's kind of what the gist is there.
And do they seem nasty? Like, did this gator seem like a nasty guy, or what did he seem like? Can you get any semblance of what their personality is like? Did he seem like a nasty guy?
Yeah, man, he wasn't the meanest gator we've ever run across. We've run across some meaner ones, but he was very territorial. The weird thing is we've hooked up on some good sized gators in the past. And, you hook them once or twice, and now they kind of get the gist of what's going on. You're trying to kill them, and they disappear. You'll never see them again. But this gator, he wouldn't do that. He was there in that area. He's just
he's probably a hoarder. Have you seen that show, like My 700-Pound Life or something? Those people they're usually locked in their house with magazine. They have like stacks of magazines and everything.
That's right. That's right. This thing is over there, and yeah, he's in his spot, and he's not trying to get out of there. He's doing his thing, and like I say, he never left. He never left the 200-yard radius for us, and that's just crazy to me that it happened like that, because we hooked into him for the first time about 9:30 at night, and we didn't have that thing in the boat until 3:30 in the morning.
My God! And so you hook him, you start getting him. Now, how close is the boat? Are you just right next to him?
Yeah, you are. So, I'd say when you hook up on him initially, you're probably within 15 feet of the gator, probably. So he's coming right up there.
I wouldn't be there, buddy.
Yeah,
I'd call a damn Uber, buddy. I would not be right there.
I'll be glad to send you a couple of little videos we took on the boat so you can kind of see for yourself on this. If that'd be something that would help kind of put it together for you.
We'd love that. Yeah, we'll play some of those side by side while we're talking about it. Okay, so you get him. You have, how many hooks do you eventually get into the gator?
Finally, at the end, we did get a second hook in him. We had one. The first hook we caught, which is not where you want to catch him, would be back at the tail, and that's where my buddy Don he blind cast out over him, hooked him in the tail. We fought him for about another 30 minutes so we could get a second hook in him.
Damn.
And so kind of my job with all this is when I'm in the boat, we've got a snare or whatever. And my job is once he's come up for water.
What do you mean a snare?
Yeah. So it's like
a drum?
No, not a drum. It's kind of like I'd call it almost like a noose, right? I mean, you've got a rope on the end of it. You slip it over his head. And then when you do it, I just pull that rope as hard as I can and basically try to sit down at the bottom of the boat until
so this is some damn BDSM shit, it sounds like, kind of.
Yes indeed.
Wow.
It's crazy. We wound up got him at 14 feet 3 inches. So it as of today, we've still got 24 hours left in the state of Mississippi for gator hunting season, but as of today, it's the state record.
Wow. So, and how much weight was it?
802.5 pounds.
Damn, boy.
And that missed the state record by 20 pounds. So that just tells you how big they are down here.
Oh, so it didn't even make the weight record, but it made the length record.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's incredible, man.
It is.
So once you have both of those hooks, how are you elevating it out of the water? How does your boat not capsize?
Yeah. So, what he's doing when he's down there underwater, he's fighting. And he's down there, and he's been down there. At this point, over that 7-hour period, he had been in that water, underwater the majority of that time. But they got to come up for air, right? They at some point they can't stay underwater forever. They got to come up. So when they do, you got to think about it as these guys with the 2 lines are pulling him closer and closer to the boat. As they continue to fight him, and he continues to come up for air a little bit more frequently towards the end. And that's, when it gets close enough to the boat within, I'd say 2 or 3 feet if you can. And that's when you want to put that snare around him and hook him from there and kind of finish the deal off.
And do you choke him out? Does somebody get on him? How do you finish him?
Man, I'm trying like hell to choke him out. I'm just holding him as tight as I can until somebody can shoot him.
Oh, you shoot him.
Gator, yeah, you got to shoot him.
Oh, damn, bro, this is a damn.
That's right.
Bro, this is a damn robbery, bro.
Yes, it is. It's a mugging for sure. It is.
God, so, I thought y'all were just towing him in.
No. You got to put that bad boy in the boat. The
Christ.
last thing you want to do is tow him in and then you lose him or something.
Yeah.
Because once, if you were to break off a rope or something,
Mhm.
he's at the bottom of the river. You're not getting him back, you know.
And after he's right when he dies, do y'all hug or what do people like? Is there a celebration? What is that moment like?
Man, it's just a sense of relief. You've been out there with him all night long, and the last thing you want to do is let him off the hook. Look, we had been out there for so long. We were all just getting tired and worn out. We'd been at work all day, all four of us, just doing our thing, and nobody wanted to give up. And then we all thought about it. But at the end of the night, my buddy Tanner, the entire time, he was like, "We're not letting this gator go. We're just not going to do it." So he was hell bent on getting this gator in the boat.
Oh, every Tanner I know will get hell bent. They get hell bent on all kind of shit. You put a couple beers in them. Were you guys having a couple beers?
No, there's no drinking out there. There's no drinking. It's a little bit too unsafe for that. We tried to be as legal as we could with getting this gator in and out. And thank God we did, because now, immediately when we pulled it out, obviously the state wildlife department gets called. They got to come measure it and confirm it. But no partying. The partying was after, I guess, over the last 10 days, just trying to let all this stuff sink in, man. It's grown and blown up beyond our wildest expectations, man.
Man, that's exciting, brother. Yeah. And do y'all name him or anything? Is there anything like that? Do y'all bury him? What happens? Is there anything that happen like that?
No, so we haven't named him. I wish we would have. I wish you kind of brought something up. Maybe we should do that. But with the meat, we donated the meat to an organization there in Yazoo City. They kind of just divvy that meat out to
Orphans, probably,
and things like that. Yeah, and it came out to like 380 pounds of meat, so it was a ton of meat on that. And then
I remember they had an orphanage by us, and they would always, whenever people would cut that, a lot of donated meat would go over there. And sometimes I had a buddy that was over there, and we'd go over there and eat, and they'd always be eating gator up in that bitch. It's kind of wild to think, it's crazy. You go in there and you see 20 freaking orphans, bruh.
No, I don't.
Yumming down on some gator. It's just like,
that's
damn.
It, man. Get them some gator sausage and then let them have a weekend.
If they don't have parents, dude, get them some decent meat. That's what I think. Everybody deserves something.
Exactly. But yeah, man, that was kind of the gist of the gator itself. And I guess with this hide, we're going to get some leather boots made. We're going to be looking sharp. Come Christmas time, I guess. We'll see what's up, but that's the plan.
Well, praise, brother. Thank you so much for just jumping on and filling us in on some information. It's really fascinating, and congratulations on the state record, man. That's amazing.
Well, I appreciate it, man. It's very nice talking to you, and like I say, it's been a wild ride, and I'll send you those videos so you can check that out and kind of put this into perspective, what it's like out there in the pitch black of night.
Oof, yeah, brother, please do. Also, just great to talk to somebody from over there near Yazoo City, Mississippi, the home of Jerry Clower, my favorite comedian. So thank you so much, Joey Clark. We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Nice talking to you.
All right, cheers, buddy. Have a good one.
Take care.